Let's be real. If you're anything like me, you've got a dozen brilliant ideas swirling in your head, maybe a few notebooks full of plans. The only problem? There just never seems to be enough time to actually do any of them. Well, this is the playbook that's going to change all that.
Sound familiar? Yeah, I thought so. That half-written novel, the guitar you were totally going to learn this year, that online course you bought on a whim and never even finished? I like to call it the Passion Project Graveyard. And it usually comes with a heavy side of guilt. But you are not alone in this, and there is absolutely a way to turn it all around.
And look, the goal here isn't to just throw more productivity hacks at you. It's to give you a real system, a clear path that takes you from that feeling of overwhelming paralysis to focused, empowered action. We're going to go from feeling stuck to feeling pretty much unstoppable.
And here's exactly how we're going to do it. We're going to walk through this 5-part playbook. We'll start with your core motivation, then we'll get real about your resources, learn how to actually choose what to focus on, build that momentum, and finally, create a system that grows and adapts right along with you. You ready? Let's dive in.
Okay, first things first. Before you even think about what you're going to do, we have to get crystal clear on why you're doing it. Because without a strong why, motivation just fizzles out. This is the absolute foundation for everything else we're going to talk about.
So how do you find that why? Well, you connect your projects to what you truly value. Does this idea scratch your itch for creativity or your desire for lifelong learning? And you got to define what success actually looks like to you. Forget what other people think. What would truly fulfill you? Is it just the pure joy of making something? Is it learning a new skill? Or are you maybe trying to build a side hustle? This is the fuel that's going to keep you going when things inevitably get a little tough.
And if you're still stuck, try this. It's an incredibly powerful question from something called the Regret Minimization Framework. Just pause for a second and really think about it. A year from today, looking back, what inaction would sting the most? This question just cuts right through all the noise and shows you what truly, truly matters to you.
Okay, so we've figured out our why. That's the soul of our project. Now it's time for a reality check. We have to get brutally honest about the body, the real-world resources we have to make it happen. This is where we stop dreaming and start planning.
Now, this is a huge one. We always complain about not having enough time, right? But the real currency for our passion projects is energy. Think about it. Time is fixed. We all get 24 hours in a day. But energy, that's all over the place. You've got that high-focus energy for deep work, that creative energy for brainstorming, and that low-key energy for the more chill, mundane tasks. The secret is learning to match the right task to your current energy level.
Okay, you know your why. You've audited your energy. Now comes the hardest and honestly the most important part, choosing. You simply cannot do everything at once, and trying to is the fastest way to get nothing done at all. This next part is all about ruthless focus.
So, here it is. This is the magic number. You need to limit yourself to a maximum of 2 to 3 tops, active personal projects at any one time. Any more than that, and you just get stuck in choice paralysis. You end up spending way more time deciding what to work on than actually, working. By limiting your focus, you give each project the attention it deserves, and you can actually make some real, meaningful progress.
And to help you filter, you can borrow a classic tool, the Eisenhower Matrix. But here's the key insight for personal projects. Almost all of the meaningful work, the stuff that really fills you up, lives in that top right box, important but not urgent. See, your day job, your chores, they live in that urgent column, and they're always screaming for your attention. That's why you have to be the champion for this other quadrant. You have to be intentional. You have to literally schedule these things. Put them on your calendar like it's a critical appointment, because it is. It's an appointment with your future self.
So, you've chosen your 2 or 3 projects. Awesome. Now, how do you actually make progress on them? The secret isn't some heroic all-night work session. It's about building small, consistent habits that create unstoppable momentum.
This right here, this is the golden rule. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Forget waiting for that mythical free weekend that never seems to show up. Small, regular efforts are so much more powerful than giant, infrequent bursts of work. Just a little bit, every day or every other day, it all compounds into massive progress over time.
And here's the exact 4-step process to make it happen. First, break that huge, scary goal into tiny, manageable chunks. So instead of write a novel, your task for today is write 100 words. Second, commit to an absolute bare minimum. 15 minutes a day is way more sustainable than trying to find 2 hours on a Saturday. Third, just focus on the very next step. Don't worry about the finish line, just do the next thing. And finally, and this is a big one, celebrate every small win. Finishing that 15-minute session, that's a victory. Acknowledging that creates this positive feedback loop that just builds and builds on itself.
Okay, last part. Making progress isn't just about starting. It's about sustaining it. A really common mistake is to treat this like a one-time setup. It's not. Your life changes, your energy levels fluctuate, your priorities shift, so your playbook needs to be a living, breathing system that adapts right along with you.
And what this means is building a rhythm of review into your life. A quick weekly check-in just keeps you on track for the next 7 days. A monthly review lets you zoom out a bit and see if your system is actually working for you. And then a seasonal review, maybe every 3 months or so, that's the perfect time to ask the big questions. Do these projects still light me up? Do they still align with my why? Do I maybe need to swap something out? So what about all those other brilliant ideas you had to say no to? They go on your someday/maybe list. This is not a graveyard. Think of it more like a parking lot. It's a place to safely store great ideas that are just not for right now. This gives you permission to let them go without that fear of losing them forever. And that is so crucial for keeping your focus on your active projects.
So there you have it, a complete system for taming your passion projects. You have the playbook. The question is no longer, how will I ever do all this? Instead, it's a much more powerful one. Think of yourself like a gardener. You can't possibly tend to every single seed at once. So, what will you choose to nurture first?